The Fortnight of the Apocalypse, Chapter 105, Welcome to the Demon Realm Part 2. And as Percival tells about his father and what he has done to him and his grandfather, heartbroken, he recognizes that he has such a strange family, but before he can complete his sentence, Zeldris steps forward, saying, "No, it's not that strange." And then Zeldris tells Percival, "A long time ago, I was lost and in despair for living my life as a puppet of my own father. And this only ended when my brother and I defeated our father." Percival is surprised that he has been through something similar too, and asks Zeldris if it was difficult for him to do this. And Zeldris replies that yes, it was agonizing, but it was what he needs to do in order to be able to move on and protect the kingdom from the demons and live with Gelda. And finally Zeldris says he is sure that the same goes for Percival. "I know that losing your grandfather must have been very painful for you. But I can tell by looking at your face now, that you are much bigger and much stronger than you were before," said Zel, very proud of Percival, who in turn thanked Zel for everything he did and for everything he said now. "So you came to the demon realm to seek the passage to the eternal realm?" Zeldris asked, now sitting on his throne next to his beloved Gelda. And Percival wanted to know if it was really true that there is a passage to Camelot within the demon kingdom. And Zeldris confirms that it is. He tells him that some months ago, something strange happened in the underworld, and that the cause of this is unknown at the moment, but after this, the dimension where the eternal kingdom exists and the dimension of the kingdom of demons are now connected. This pleases Percival, who says he wants to go there immediately. However, apparently there is a small problem. Something that has Donnie and nations worried. After all, what kind of problem could it be? But first of all, Percival tells Zeldris that he wants to be reunited with his other friends who have been separated from them. But first, Zeldris has a question. The 4 Knights of the Apocalypse, the Knights of Prophecy on a secret mission to the Kingdom of Lion, may I ask them to confirm their names to me? For the agents of the Eternal Kingdom can infiltrate among them. And then Donnie says the names of all of them, starting with Lancelot, Tristan and Gawain, as well as a horse called a Skeiner, and 2 other companions, Kian and Isolde. But the name that evidently catches the attention of Zeldris and Gelda the most, is the name of Tristan, his brother's son. And upon hearing this, Percival is also very surprised to learn that Meliodas is the older brother of Zeldris. And so are Donnie and Anne, who cannot believe that the king of Lyonesse is the brother of the king of the underworld. But now that they know this, they can't help but admit that the two are really quite alike. However, Gelda remembers that there are 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, so she wonders where the 4th one is. And then Zeldris looks at Percival and asks, "Don't tell me that the 4th horseman is you, Percival?" And with a smile on his face, Percival answers, "Yes, I am one of them too." And to prove what he is saying, Percival then decides to show Zeldris the gift he received from Meliodas. However, it seems that there is something missing there. And it is only in this instant that Percival realizes that he has lost his sword. And desperate, Donnie and Anne begin to press, for they had told Percival to return it to the king, and now they need to know where he lost the sword. But Zeldris is confused, why a sword would be so important, and then the nations explained that this sword was connected to a piece of the coffin of eternal darkness. Something that already begins to worry Gelda and Zel. But that was not all, because Nazins adds that currently the Eternal Realm has the remaining pieces. So if they find Percival's sword, the whole demon clan can be sealed. And feeling guilty for this, Percival promises that he will look for the sword as soon as possible. And his friends already warn him that he had better find it, otherwise they will be forced to report this story to the whole world. But Percival would not do this alone, for Nations wants to help him. Not only Nations, by the way, for Zeldris orders all the demons of the underworld to help Percival as well. And the demons are very happy, because they had hoped that one day they would see him again, and now not only this, but they can help him. Help the Savior. Only in thought, the nations begin to question why those demons call Percival the Savior. What he would have done, what Percival really meant to the demon clan. Who are you anyway, Percival? They then return to the same place, which they were when they arrived in the underworld. And the nations believe that Percival probably dropped his sword when they were hurled from above by that gust of wind. So they should search that air, and to maximize the search, they split up. But soon Percival has an idea. The boy manifests his magic and summons his Percival minis. And soon the nations understand what he intends to do, because back in Sistana it was the mini Percival who found one of the pieces of the box. So Percival orders the little ones to find the sword. However, they were not very keen on doing so.
Who says that you are the boss? This seems like too much work. Go explore someone else.
Stop being a jerk and look for yourself. And the nations even comment that they are a bit rebellious. Then Percival is forced to appeal, and only when he pleads on his knees do they decide to help, but still with that unwillingness. The loss of Percival's sword has caused quite a stir. But will Percival and his friends be able to retrieve the coffin fragment from the eternal darkness safely, or will Camelot find it first? Continued in the next chapter, The Savior.